Hello, this is Rich, and today I'm going to be showing you some new features of the CRYENGINE Project Manager, namely deployment process, the running tasks panel, and the activity log. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to notice when you open up the CRYENGINE Project Manager is that there's a nice, sleek, new UI. And this is meant to mimic CRYENGINE's UI to give you a familiar looking feel. So if you look at the bottom here, we have the activity log, which basically cues you in on everything that's going on in the background or currently. And we have each entry here. We have a couple of options we can do. We can actually clone these. So when you're using this and you come across an error, you need to report it to me for development's sake. You can actually copy the entire log and you can give it to me so that I can make improvements and see what went wrong. So you can delete an entry if you don't want it there. If you want to clear it out. Copy to clipboard, you can copy all to clipboard. And you can see it's color coded. So the green signifies that success. That's good news, you want those. And the just standard color here is the info. There's also the orange, which is a warning. And then there's red, which is an error, okay? So those are color coded. On the right hand side now, you do see that we have a running tasks panel. Now, this was suggested to me by a CryDev user, and I thought it was a very, very good idea. So I implemented it. Basically, when you went to deploy your project, it would freeze up the UI because it was a long running task running on this main thread. It was a single threaded application. Now it's multi-threaded. So whenever you deploy or do something significant, I run it on a separate thread, add it to the task panel, and you can see all of your current running tasks, their progress, and you can cancel them at your will while you continue on doing the stuff that you normally would do. So let's get started. I'm going to go through a deployment process today, and I'm going to show you some of the new features that you have, as well as some of the packaging ability. So what we're going to do is we're going to select Turtle Commando here, set it as active, and we're going to deploy. Now, Turtle Commando is our company's internal game that we've been working on. So let's go ahead. I've completed it. It's all done. And we want to give it to a consumer, package it up for people. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to deploy this. We're going to go to pack settings here, which is all the configuration you need for controlling the packing compilation of your game. You can optionally add encryption. So when you release your game, you don't want people buzzing around in your assets and modifying it, so you can add encryption. Check this box here. Click generate to generate a nice 128-bit encryption key. I can just click generate over and over and over again, give you a nice key. Or you can manually type it in if you want to. We're also going to go to compression level 9. 9 is the most compression. 0 is no compression at all. A good default is 6. Hold on a second. Not right now. Okay. So we're going to go to package settings here, and we're going to choose what package file we want. This is the deployment package. You would basically call it an exe, but this isn't a zip. So we're going to say TC, Turtle Commando. There we go. So here you're going to see something very different. Let's click deploy, and we are prompted. Telling us that, hey, we've detected existing pack files, and in order for proper deployment to take place, you must make sure all of your pack files inside your content folder are unpacked. If you have already extracted all pack files, then you can ignore this message. Do you want to continue? Basically, if you've already prepackaged your files up in the CryEngine, I don't accept those, all right? So anything you want to include in your game, you're going to have to extract. So any pack files you have in your game folder or content folder, just extract them beforehand. That's simple. And once you've done that, you can just click yes to continue. And you'll immediately notice that I can continue on with the UI. I can move around. Hell, I can even deploy many more projects at the same time. Now, the deployment process isn't a separate single thread. Each deploy is a separate thread. So I can deploy 10 projects at once if I want to, and they'll all deploy side by side. You don't have to wait for one deployment to get done. And so on the right hand side, you can see that Turtle Commando is being deployed. I can click on the X to get rid of it, and you can see a little progress bar here. That's it. Very simple. Now what we can do is we can wait for this to go on, or I can show you a little bit more stuff while that's happening. So more about the activity log. We have the CRYENGINE default here. Let's double click, and you can see we got the nice title, we got a nice description, and the activity log says previewing project info for CRYENGINE default. So yeah, it just basically keeps you up to date on what's going on. So we're going to wait a little bit. It's still deploying. Also, if you guys have any comments on my UI design, let me know, or any comments in general or suggestions. I'd appreciate it. This task panel, don't forget, was a request from a viewer, such as yourself, and you know, anything can happen. Okay, so we have Turtle Commando deployment complete, so everything is deployed, complete, done. The task is no longer there, it's gone. Beautiful. But we do have this tc.zip on our desktop. 268 megabytes. Let's go ahead and extract it. And let it go. Okay, it's all done. Let's go into Turtle Commando, and here we go. We got the bin 32, bin 64, we got the content, and you can just see it's a content.pack. So everything's optimized, everything's ready to go. Alright guys, well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed, and version 2.5.0 will actually be up for release later today. Thank you very much. See you later.